Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for checking the channel out and the video out. My name's Brett James, and this page is going to be strictly dedicated to NBA news, my analysis and updates regarding everything going around the NBA. But let's stop wasting time and just get into the video. And the reports have just came out that the Lakers are now serious contenders to land Kawhi Leonard once free agency starts this offseason. And that's probably not a surprise to a lot of people, considering he's from California and LA is just a big market. But when you go play for a sorry team like the Lakers right now, I think that is kind of shocking. But Anthony Davis did just get traded to the Los Angeles Lakers about 2 weeks ago. And the Lakers basically gave up half their roster and their whole future to get him and to win right now with LeBron James. And I don't blame them. There was a lot of pressure on the Lakers organization to go and make that move for Anthony Davis because there have been rumors before the trade deadline. But, I mean, they gave up their whole team basically and their future. But if they end up winning a championship in the next 2 years, it'll definitely be worth it. But getting Kawhi Leonard would just be a cherry on top. They don't need Kawhi Leonard, considering LeBron and AD are both top 5 players, top 8 maybe in the league. So they don't really need Kawhi Leonard, even though they now have a free max slot open. And now that Anthony Davis declined his $4 million he could have taken, and he's now going to be wearing 23 with the Lakers, LeBron gave that up. The Lakers do have a max slot open to sign another free agent, which obviously you don't want to ever say no to a guy who's probably the best player in the world right now, Kawhi Leonard, who also is fresh off a Finals MVP and championship. But I think that's an idiotic move on the Lakers organization if they are going to sign him, just because you need to fill out your roster. At the moment, you guys have 4 guys on the roster, and adding another slot guy who's going to take up a lot of cap space, you're not going to be able to fill out the roster. You're going to be playing a 7-8 man rotation and signing a bunch of G League players. And you can make the argument that LeBron, Kawhi, and AD would just carry the team, but in the Western Conference, it's not as easy as it sounds. And if one of those guys goes down, and especially because LeBron's getting up there in age and Anthony Davis is very injury prone, it's still not going to be easy to recover from. But I do think signing Kawhi would put them over the top, and they would be my championship favorites at that point. But right now with LeBron and AD, I don't even have them as a top 5 seed in the West. They got to figure out that chemistry together. Jason Kidd and Frank Vogel are not very good coaches, in my opinion. And Kyle Kuzma probably will take the next step now that there's a little more pressure off him. But as of right now, the Lakers organization is still a pretty sorry organization. To me, they're like the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. But the Lakers, man, they need to fill out their roster. That's priority number 1. LeBron's successful when he can drive to the paint and dish out to shooters. That's how he's always been successful in his championship runs, not with a bunch of young guys or not with 3 superstars around him. LeBron doesn't need that, especially because he's getting up there in age. He just needs a bunch of shooters, to put it plain and simple. So I definitely think Kawhi will re-sign in Toronto. I definitely think he will get a meeting or two with both the Clippers and the Lakers, considering he is from California and that they've been the target destination for a couple months now, because he didn't expect to win a championship in Toronto, I assume. But I definitely think he'll re-sign in Toronto, considering if he does a 2-year contract and gets the max money for now, he will be eligible for a supermax in the future with Toronto, which is the only team that'll be available to give him that $80 million extra dollars, and I don't think Kawhi's going to walk away from that. Plus, like I said, he's off a championship run. He just won, and he's got the whole country support with him in Toronto and Canada right now. So Kawhi Leonard probably will re-sign back with the Toronto Raptors, but I don't think the Lakers will get anyone else in free agency at the moment. They are, an attractive destination because they are LA. You're going to be playing with LeBron and Anthony Davis, but that whole situation's still shaky. Coaches aren't very good, in my opinion. LeBron is getting up there in age. They're both injury prone, and the whole front office from top to bottom is just not very well ran. But the Clippers, in my opinion, are a much better and much well-run team, with Jerry West being the owner, Doc Rivers as the coach, and they had a very good playoff run. Granted, they only won 2 games, but they were playing the Golden State Warriors, who were clearly the championship favorites, and they didn't have a bona fide superstar. So the Clippers look like a much better destination, in my opinion, than the Lakers. But I definitely think the Clippers will land a free agent. Not really sure who, but I definitely think the Clippers will get somebody. I don't think the Lakers get anyone, but their priority now needs to just be filling out that roster. So thank you guys so much for watching the video.